One of the things which I like the most about Lower Decks is its depiction of the kind of work which Starfleet does behind the scenes. The colonial support missions, low-level diplomatic runs, logistical support to keep the infrastructure that keeps the Federation working. It's all fantastic stuff if you like looks at behind the scenes at how stuff works. If you are at a bowling alley, throw the bowling ball, and just want another sneak peek at the mechanism and wish you could go back behind the door, it's kind of up your alley. Otherwise, if you just bowl and think, oh, I could bowl better, not something you're interested in. This idea is explored more fully in the design of the ship itself. The Cerritos, which, as a member of the California class, is designed for missions which the ships we're used to seeing in Star Trek are too well bred to perform. The ship is very utilitarian and utterly functional. In contrast to the graceful swooping lines of hero ships of the past, every inch of Cerritos screams basic. It's the Econoline van of the 24th century. It does the job, does it well, but it's hardly a looker, and the coat of dust, bumps, dings, and differently colored body panels all speak about how much work the thing has done. But if the California class is the Econoline van of the 24th century Starfleet, then the topic of today's discussion is the semi-truck of the 23rd century Starfleet. And this semi-truck is the Ptolemy class tug, a versatile multi-role starship designed for supporting the Federation in a logistics and support role. It's a support ship, so it supports. The vessel entered service in the 2250s and proved itself to be a highly capable design, which helped in the establishment and support of many colonies all along the frontier during its decades of service. The ship appeared very similar to the Constitution class, with similar-looking components, such as the saucer section and nacelles, but was built on a generally smaller scale and had major internal differences between it and the Constitution, which further differentiated the two classes once you actually looked at them. But yeah, cursory glance at Connie with bits removed and bits added. As it was the style of the time. No doubt you have noticed by this point the elephant in the room. That cylinder which sometimes appears beneath the saucer and between the nacelles of the ship and the images which have appeared on screen. You're likely wondering, what is that thing? Well, it's the thing which makes the Ptolemy so good. This is a modular cargo pod which consists of several optional designs and variants which can be stacked together in a daisy chain to carry different types of cargo and substances. The pod itself connects to the underside of the Ptolemy's saucer via a connecting neck similar to that on the Constitution class, and which can draw power from the parent ship in this way, as well as providing a means for personnel to access the modules as needed. With these modules, which can be daisy-chained together for an impressive length, it allows the ship to carry pretty much anything and everything which the Federation may require to be delivered to wherever they may need it to be delivered to. A quick guesstimate would put the carrying capacity of the Ptolemy to be easily in excess of the volumetric displacement of a Constitution-class heavy cruiser. And while I have not done the maths necessary to determine the exact displacement of the Constitution class, this is an estimate, but this is still doubtlessly an impressive carrying capacity for a ship in the mid-23rd century. Probably enough to get an entire mid-sized colony set up on a strange new world, or else bring an emergency shipment of food to a large colony in the middle of a famine, or help set up a new forward Starfleet base. And this is just skimming from the top of all the possibilities for things which the ship can do. As you can see, this makes the design immensely useful to Starfleet, if not the Federation as a whole. Yeah, you might send Enterprise to a colony that's sending a distress call about some weird disease, but Enterprise is going to find out what the disease is, and if they're not able to treat it, you send a Ptolemy with shipments of the medicine necessary to treat it. Or you have a colony that requires food. There's a huge famine. Enterprise can only do so much. You call a Ptolemy. There's a natural disaster on a planet. There's volcanic eruptions and tsunamis and hurricanes and, whatever. Yeah, Enterprise might be able to rescue people and move them, but there's still going to be cities destroyed that are going to need rebuilding. Send a Ptolemy class. Tensions are rising with the Klingon Empire in a certain area. You send a Ptolemy with a bunch of defensive equipment and sensors and military equipment and equipment to repair broken starships so that if war breaks out, you're ready for it. You're good to go. A Ptolemy can do all those things. It's amazing. Okay, so this is not the longest video. I just wanted to talk about how awesome the Ptolemy class is and explain exactly what makes it so useful. Granted, the ship can't do the same kinds of missions as other ships such as the Enterprise, but that's because she does completely different things, and that's why she's so useful. She's not another cruiser, although Starfleet doesn't have a lot of cruisers in the 23rd century, so we definitely need more cannon designs to fill in the gaps. But, she does her own thing. She is a support ship, a cargo vessel, and she's awesome because of that. And, she appeared in the FASA tabletop games to specifically expand Starfleet and show the kind of behind-the-scenes stuff that there's a lot of things that support the Federation, and this is one of the things that holds it together. And I think it's a really neat concept. And you don't necessarily have to, but I'm the one with the YouTube channel, so I make videos on what I want, regardless of if it's a good take or not. If you have watched the video, even if you don't like my opinion on the ship and think it's trash, thanks for watching. Thanks for going this far. Usually I ramble on for a little bit here, but there's really not too much to say. I appreciate you watching. You can like the video if you want. There's a Patreon, which is linked below, which has a couple of perks. Click on the thing if you want. I'm posting pictures of the original artwork made for the channel is posted there. It's totally free to access. You don't have to be a Patreon member to use it at all, so use that if it's something that you want, but it's there. I think that's really it. I can only go on for so long before it literally is just white noise. But nice day, all that fun stuff. See you in the next one.